Hello student, in today's class we are going to study about precision and accuracy. Okay, so in significant figures, while writing the numbers, okay, we need accurate results. While writing the experimental values or experimental results, we need accurate and precise results. Now ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ experiments ಗಳನ್ನು ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ and during the experiments ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಬೇಕು, ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ಬೇಕು, accurate ಮತ್ತೆ precise ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ಬೇಕು. ನಾವು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ನೊಟೇಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ನೊಟೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ನೊಟೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಮೆಥಡ್ which is used to reduce the errors during calculations. Calculations ನಲ್ಲಿ errors ಗಳು ಏನು ಬರ್ತವೆ ಅದನ್ನು ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ನೊಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. In scientific notation we write or represent a number in this form, n into 10 to the power of n. Here n is any number which lies between 1.00 to 9.999. So idu ನೀವು ಇಷ್ಟು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಇವತ್ತು in today's class we are going to discuss about significant figures as a part of scientific notation. Here we are going to discuss about how to reduce the errors in experimental values, okay, in calculations. Here we have to study two important terms. One is precision and second one is accuracy. So what is precision? The simple definition is closeness of various measurements for the same quantity. ನೀವು ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಈಸಿ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವೇರಿಯಸ್ ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ. ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿಯನ್ನು ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಮೆಜರಿಂಗ್ ದ ಲೆಂತ್ ಆಫ್ ಸರ್ಟೆನ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ನ ಲೆಂತ್ ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಲೆಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಬಿ 10 centimeter or 10.1 centimeter. This is the length of this object. So you are measuring the length of this object for 3 times. 3 ಸಲ ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Trial 1, trial 2 and trial 3. Okay, in the first trial you will get the length as 10.1 centimeter. Second time you will get 10.2 centimeter and third time you will get 10.1 centimeter. So you are doing ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ನೀವು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಇನ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರಯಲ್ ಯು ಗಾಟ್ 10.1, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಯು ಮೇಡ್ ಅ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್, ಯು ಗಾಟ್ 10.2 centimeter and third time you got 10.1 centimeter. See, all these three values are close to each other. See, closeness of various measurements for the same quantity. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ, which quantity? ನೀವು ಲೆಂತ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ. You are measuring the length of this object. You measured it for 3 times. 3 ಸಲ ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಿ. You measured it for 3 times and all the 3 times you got almost same values which are identical, which are very close to each other. So this refers precision. Precise values ಅಂದ್ರೆ almost close ಆಗಿರುವಂತದ್ದು. Closeness of various measurements for the same quantity. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ. If you are measuring the volume of certain liquid, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ನ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. 3 ಜನ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So its exact volume is 10.3 milliliter. This is the actual volume of the liquid. Now student 1, he measures it as 10.3 milliliter. Second student 2, he measures it as 10.5 milliliter and student number 3, he measures it as 10 milliliter. See here, these values are not precise. ಈ values ಗಳು precise ಅಲ್ಲ. Why? These values are not close to each other. First student got 10.3 milliliter, second student got 10.5 milliliter and third student got 10 milliliter. So these values are not close to each other. So these values are not precise. Hope you understood. Okay, this is about the precision of your measurement. A precise values ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು actual value ಆಗಿರಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, need not be the true value of your measurement. ಸೊ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹೇಗಿರ್ತದೆ, ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಇದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ. ಹಿಯರ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ನೆಸ್, ಪ್ರೆಸಿಷನ್ ರೆಫರ್ಸ್ ಟು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವೇರಿಯಸ್ ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ. ನೀವು ಒಂದೇ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿಯನ್ನು ತುಂಬಾ ಸಲ ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, 4-5 times ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ನಿಮಗೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ಗಳು ಸೇಮ್ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಕಲ್ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಅದು ಪ್ರಿಸೈಸ್. ಇಫ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಕಲ್ ದೆನ್ ದೋಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪ್ರಿಸೈಸ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, the second important term is accuracy. So what is accuracy? Accuracy is nothing but agreement of a particular value to the true value. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ. Again you take the example of this object whose length is 10.1 centimeter. Okay, this is the actual length of this object. It's the correct or true value of this object. The exact length is exact length is 10.1 centimeter. So ಈಗ accuracy ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? Agreement of a particular value to the true value. ನೀವು ಏನು measure ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, the value or length that you are going to measure, that should be equal to this actual length. Then it is the accuracy. Okay, now you take 3 trials A, B, C. During the first trial, you got the length as 10.1 centimeter. During second measurement, you got it as 10.2 centimeter. During third measurement, you got it as 10.1 centimeter. Here, first value, the values of A are accurate. Understood? This is accurate because it is matching with what? Your true value. The accurate is there. This B is not in accuracy with the true value. The accuracy illa. Value of C is accurate with this true value. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ accuracy ಇದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ A ಮತ್ತೆ B ನ value ಇದಕ್ಕೆ accurate ಇದೆ, but B ನ A ಮತ್ತೆ C ನ value accurate ಇದೆ, but B value accurate ಇಲ್ಲ. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ usually they take the average of these 3 and they match with the true value. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸಲ ನಾವು ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿನಲ್ಲಿ we are not going to take the average of any values. We are not going to take the average. We are just comparing the 3 values with the true value. ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಈ 3 ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನು ಟ್ರೂ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಜೊತೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ, you have to take the average of these 3 values, these 3 set of values, then you have to compare the average with this true value. If your average is matching with this, ನಿಮ್ಮ average value ಇದರ ಜೊತೆ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆದರೆ, so that is the accurate value. Understood? Accuracy is nothing but agreement of a particular value to the true value. ನೀವು ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂತಹ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ true value ಜೊತೆ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆದರೆ, so that value is accurate value. Okay, this is about accuracy. Okay, now I'll explain the precision and accuracy in experimental measurements. ನಾನು ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ accurate, ಯಾವ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ precise ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು. Here I have given the example. ಒಂದು ಯಾವುದೋ ಯು ಆರ್ ಮೆಜರಿಂಗ್ ದ ಮಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸರ್ಟೈನ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್. ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ನ ಮಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಇಸ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರೂ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅಂದರೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇಸ್ 2 ಗ್ರಾಮ್. There are 3 students, student A, B, C, 3 ಜನ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. Here student A takes 2 trials. Okay, 2 ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ತಾನೆ ಅವನು. For the first time he got the mass as 1.95. ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ನ ಮಾಸ್ ಇದು. Okay, ಇದರ ಟ್ರೂ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? Its true value is 2 gram. Student A measures it as 1.95 gram for the first time. Second time ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ? Second time measure ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. He weighs it and he got 1.93 gram as the mass. When you compare these 2 values, ಇವೆರಡು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಇವೆರಡು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ಗಳು ಪ್ರಿಸೈಸ್. But these 2 values are not matching with the true value. ಇದರ average ಕೂಡ ಇದರ ಜೊತೆ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಎರಡು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ಗಳು ಕೂಡ they are not matching with our true value. So these 2 values are precise, 1.95 and 1.93 ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ನೋಡಿ. So these are precise values, but they are not accurate values because this is not matching with our true value. ಇದು true value ಜೊತೆ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. Next, student B, he measures the mass of the same object for 2 times. For the first time he got 1.94. For the second time he got 2.05. So these values are not precise. ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ಗಳು ಪ್ರಿಸೈಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ ನೋಡಿ, this is 1.94, closeness of various measurement ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, and these values are not accurate also. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ average value 1.995 ಇದೆ. So these values are not accurate. The second set of values, the values okay entered by student B are not precise as well as accurate. Precise ಅಲ್ಲದು, accurate ಕೂಡ ಅಲ್ಲ. Next, student C, he measures the mass of this object for 2 times. First time he got 2.01, second time he got 1.99. So the values of student C, these are precise values. Okay, these 2 set of values are precise values, and as well as it is accurate because its average is matching with our true value. So the values of student C are precise as well as accurate, but values of student B are not precise, not accurate. But values of student A precise ಇದೆ but accurate ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಿಮಗೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ಗಳು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಿಸೈಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಅಕ್ಯುರೇಟ್. ನಿಮಗೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಟ್ರೂ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಜೊತೆ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ಗಳು ಪ್ರಿಸೈಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಅಡ್ಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಅಕ್ಯುರೇಟ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಟ್ರೂ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಜೊತೆ ಅಕ್ಯುರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್. ಹೋಪ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್. So this is about precision and accuracy. This is very important for 1 mark. Definition of precision and definition of accuracy. Both are very important. Next, we are moving into significant figures. What exactly these significant figures? ನಾನು already ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಈ scientific notation ಒಂದು part ಅದು ಯಾವುದು, significant figures. So what are significant figures? So for 1 mark this is important. Significant figures are meaningful digits which are known with certainty. So ಎಲ್ಲ digitsಗಳು meaningful. Okay, 0 to ನೀವು ಏನು ಬರೀತೀರಿ 9 ಅಂತ ಏನು ಬರೀತೀರಿ, all the digits are meaningful digits. But in this context, ಈ ಕಾಂಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಜಿಟ್ಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. There are certain digits which are meaningless here, which have no values. So ಏನದು, let us see. Here I have an example, 11.2 milliliter. Here in this 11 is certain, okay, which is significant, but 2 is uncertain. But while writing the number, we write both certain and uncertain part. In a significant figure, now one number annu bardre, in a significant figure, if you write any number, it has 2 parts. One is certain, second one is uncertain. ಯಾವುದೇ ನಂಬರ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೀವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇಫ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಎನಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ, ಇನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ 2 parts. One is 11 here, one is certain, which is 11 here, second one is uncertain, which is 2. Here uncertainty would be allowed, that is plus or minus 1. The uncertainty of plus or minus 1 is allowed here. So what is this allowed uncertainty? So ಅದು ಏನು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡು. Okay, I'll give one example here. ನೀವು ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ಮೆಷರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಮೆಷರಿಂಗ್ ದ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಸರ್ಟೈನ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್. ಸೊ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ ಗ್ರಾಜುಯೇಟೆಡ್ ಆರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲಿಬ್ರೇಟೆಡ್ ಸಿಲಿಂಡರ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 10 milliliter ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಹಿಯರ್ 9.9, 9.8, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ 10.1, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ 10.2. ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೋ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಮೆಷರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಯಾವುದೋ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಫಿಲ್ ದ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಗ್ರಾಜುಯೇಟೆಡ್ ಸಿಲಿಂಡರ್ ಆರ್ ಮೆಷರಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಲಿಂಡರ್. ಸೊ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಫಿಲ್ ದ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸಿಲಿಂಡರ್. ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನು ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ದ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರ್ತದೆ ಇಷ್ಟು. ಸೊ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈ ದಿಸ್ ಮಚ್ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸಿಲಿಂಡರ್. So now this is if the liquid level matches with this line, so then you can write it as 10 milliliter. So ಅದೇನಾದರೂ ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಜೊತೆ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ I'll write it here. This is 10.1, 9.8, 9.9, this is 10, this is 10.1. Here the level of liquid is in between 10 and 10.1. So how much you will write? ಈಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಬರೀತೀರಿ? So now see the liquid level, it's not exactly coincides with this 10. ಈ 10 ಜೊತೆ ಕೂಡ coincide ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, and even it is not going to coincide with this 10.1. So what's the volume of this liquid? How do you write it? Is it 10 ml or 10.1 ml? Which is correct? ಯಾವುದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ? 10 ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಸರಿ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ, 10.1 ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಸರಿ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? So both are correct here. Why? Say we allow plus or minus 1, uncertainty of plus or minus 1. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 11, 10 ಅಂತ ಬರೆದ್ರು ಕರೆಕ್ಟೇ. If you write 10.0 ml, this is also correct. If you write 10.1 milliliter, this is also correct. Okay, 10.1 ಅಂತ ಬರೆದ್ರು ಕರೆಕ್ಟೇ, ಅದು 10 ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಬರೆದ್ರು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ in this example, I have written the volume as 11.2 milliliter. Here, if you write it as 11.1 milliliter, this is also correct. Or if you write 11.3 milliliter, this is also correct. Because the second part of the number, which is that uncertain part, the 2 is uncertain here. ಈ part ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಈ second part ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಅದು uncertain. ಅದು 2 ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಅದು 2 ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಸೊ ದೇ ಅಲೌ ಸರ್ಟೈನ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎರರ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್. ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಒಂದು ಎರರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲೌ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಲೌ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? ವಿ ಅಲೌಯಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮೈನಸ್ 1. Either it may be 11.3 or 11.1. ಎರಡೂ ಕೂಡ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. 11.1 is also correct. 11.23 is also correct. But you are not supposed to change the certain part. ಇದನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. Say this uncertainty is not allowed in this certain part. ನಾವು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ allow ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. So instead of writing 11.2, if you write 12.2, this is completely wrong. So uncertainty is allowed in only uncertain part of the digit. Understood? Not in the certain part. Here 11 is certain, 2 is uncertain. Understood? This 11 is certain. So here in this certain part, uncertainty is not allowed. Understood? In the uncertain part, uncertainty is allowed. How much it is allowed? Plus or minus 1. But in our practicals, okay, we allow plus or minus 3 errors in the uncertain part. Like if the true value is 10.0 milliliter, if you get it as 10.3 also, you get marks. If you get 9.7 milliliter, then also you will get marks. So in our practicals, we allow plus or minus 3 errors, but here in mathematically, we allow only plus or minus 1 uncertain error. Okay, this is about the significant figures. Next is about rules to determine the significant figures. There are many rules to determine the significant figures. That first one, how to determine the significant figures in any experimental value. The first rule is all non-zero digits are significant. Okay, here I have given some examples. 285 centimeter has 3 significant figures because in this 285 no zeros are present. All are non-zero digits. All non-zero digits are significant according to first rule. One more example I will give you. 325 has 3 significant figures. 3250 also has 3 significant figures. Understood? 325 has 3 significant figures. 3250, 3250 has also 3 significant figures because according to rule number 1, all non-zero digits are significant, 0 is not significant. Coming to example 2, 0.25 milliliter has 2 significant figures. Only 2 and 5 are significant. This is rule number 1. Remember. Second rule, zeros preceding to first non-zero digit are not significant. Zeros preceding to the first non-zero digit means, see here, 0.03. So these are the preceding zeros. So these zeros are not significant. So this has only one significant figure. If you write, see, 0.0025. It has how many significant figures? It has only 2 significant figures. These 2 are significant. If you write 0.00125, this has 3 significant figures. Means zeros which are present at the left side of the first non-zero digit. So this is your first non-zero digit reference, first non-zero digit. Zeros which are present at the first non-zero digit, left of the first non-zero digit. ಈ non-zero digit na left ಇರುವಂತ ಎಲ್ಲಾ zeros ಗಳು ಕೂಡ non-significant. Remember, say example 2, 0.0052. Here this is our first non-zero digit. So zeros preceding to this first non-zero digit or zeros which are present to the left side of the first non-zero digit. ಹೇಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದರೂ ಇರಲಿ, without decimal ಇರಲಿ, with the decimal ಇರಲಿ, ಅದು non-significant. Remember, so this has only 2 significant figures. Understood? Zeros preceding means zeros which are present at the left side of the first non-zero digit are not significant. So this has only 2 non-zero digits, both are significant. This is rule number 2. Next, coming to rule number 3. Zeros between 2 non-zero digits are significant. This is very important. Here we said all non-zero digits are significant. We have not considered 0 as significant figure in rule number 1 as well as in rule number 2. ಇವೆರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, 0 ಅನ್ನು ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ. But rule number 3 says zeros between 2 non-zero digits are significant. Say the first example, simple example I have given, 2005 has 4 significant figures. Why? Because this 2 is non-zero, 5 is non-zero. So 2 zeros are present between the 2 non-zero digits. Between 2 and 5, 2 zeros are present. So which makes this 2 zeros as significant. The less significant figure is there. This has 4 significant figures. If I write this number by putting a decimal, he say 2.0005. Here again, you leave this decimal consider ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. 2 ಮತ್ತು 5 ಮಧ್ಯೆ 3 zeros ಇದೆ. There are 3 zeros between 2 and 5. So again they become significant. It has 5 significant figures. One more, if you write 2020, 2020, here it has how many significant figures? 2020. It has only 3 significant figures, because this 0 is not significant according to rule number 1, but this 0 is significant because according to rule number 3. So 2020 has only 3 significant figures. Understood? Yes. Next, zeros at the end of the number. This is very important. Zeros at the end of the number are significant provided they are on the right side of the decimal. Understood? Zeros at the end of the number. See, first I'll explain with an example. You take 0.200. It has how many significant figures? I have written it as 3. Illi 3 anta bardidene. So this 0 is not significant. Why? Why this 0 is not significant? Zeros, rule number 2 says zeros preceding to first non-zero digit are not significant. So this is your first non-zero digit. So this 0 is not significant. But rule number 4 says zeros at the end of the number are significant. When? Yavaga? Adu condition is very important. Provided they are on the right side of the decimal. See, if I write 0.200, it has how many significant figures? It has only 1 significant figure. Idralli onde significant figure ide. But illi yake 3 anta irutte nodi. The condition illide. Zeros at the end of the number are significant provided they are on the right side of the decimal. Position of decimal is very important here. Here you have a decimal. ಈ ಡೆಸಿಮಲ್ ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡಿಗೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಆ ಝೀರೋಸ್ಗಳು ಡೆಸಿಮಲ್ ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡಿಗೆ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಯಾವ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಇರಬೇಕು? ನಂಬರ್ನ ಎಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ನೋಡಿ, ಝೀರೋಸ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಆರ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡೆಡ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಡೆಸಿಮಲ್. ಡೆಸಿಮಲ್ನ ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ಗೆ ಝೀರೋಸ್ಗಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಅದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸಿ ಹಿಯರ್ 0.0200. ಸೊ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಝೀರೋಸ್ಗಳು ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. One more example, 100 has 1 significant figure. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 100 ನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ significant figure ಇದೆ. But if I write the same 100 as 100.0, ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನು 100.0 ಅಂತ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು significant figures ಬರುತ್ತೆ? 4 significant figure ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, so this 1 is significant, this 0 is significant. See, according to rule number 4, this 0 is significant. So now these 2 zeros are present between 2 significant figures. That's why these zeros are also become significant. Remember, in 100 only 1 significant figure. These 2 zeros are, see, this is a 1 non-zero digit. These zeros are not significant according to rule number 1. But when you put a decimal here and write 100.0, so this 0 becomes significant according to rule number 4. Zeros at the right or end of the number are significant provided they are on the right side of the decimal. Idu decimal right side alli ide, hagene it is present at the end of the number. The number na end alli ide. So adrindagi idu significant agtade. Ee zeros yake significant agutte? Because these zeros are present between what 2 significant figures. ಆ ಎರಡು significant figure ನ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ, so these 2 zeros are also become significant. See, this is significant, this is significant. So these zeros are present between 2 significant figures. Again it becomes significant. Understood? Otherwise it's not significant. So it has 4 significant figures. One more example, 100.00. It has how many significant figures? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This has 5 significant figures. These 2 zeros are significant according to rule number 4. Okay, next, rule number 5. Counting the number of objects have infinite figures or significant figures. They can be represented by writing infinite number of zeros after placing the decimal. See here, 2, counting the number. Okay, it does not have any fractions. Okay, number ಗಳನ್ನು ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನು ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ we are writing whole numbers like 2, 3, 10, 100 like that we are writing. 2.5 3.5 ಅಂತ ಬರೆಯಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. Okay, for example, if you are counting the number of students, you say 60 students are present, 20 students are present, not 20.5 students, 60.25 students, like this. Okay, counting the objects, number of object has infinite number of significant figures. This can be represented by writing infinite number of zeros after placing decimal. For example, in a classroom there are 60 students. Simply you can write 60 like this. There are 60 students. So instead of writing 60, if you can write it as 60.0000. It doesn't make any difference in this number. Counting only difference madudilla, but it makes some difference in the significant figures. Number of significant figures nalli matra illi enagtade differences galu bartave. Here this has only one significant figure, but it has many significant figures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can put many number of zeros. That's why here it is written, counting number of object have infinite number of significant figures. These can be represented by writing infinite number of zeros after placing the decimal. ಎಷ್ಟು zeros ಗಳನ್ನು ಬೇಕಾದರೂ ಹಾಕಿ, you can place any number of zeros, but it is not going to make the difference in the actual value. Actual value ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ difference ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, but ಯಾವುದರಲ್ಲಿ difference ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? Difference ಯಾವುದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ only in the number of significant figures. Understood? These are very, very important. Okay, no need to by heart all these things. Try to remember this. In your exam, they are not going to ask to write these rules. ಈ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನು ಬರೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, but they will give you some numbers and ask you to write the number of significant figures present in the given examples. Okay, after this we are going to discuss about rounding of the numbers. Again, it is used to minimize the errors in our experimental calculation. Okay, so rounding off ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬಹುದು. There are 3 rules to round off the numbers. The first one, if round off means you are deducting the number of digits from its left side. ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಇಂದ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಜಿಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಬರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದ ಹಾಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗ್ಲಿ ಬರೆಯೋದಾಗ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ಯು ಒನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಸಿ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ 1.235, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇದೆ. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದಿಸ್ ನಂಬರ್, ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯು ಟು ರೈಟ್ ದ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ 2 significant figures or in only 3 significant figures. ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, so you got this answer in your experiment, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ got 1.235 as your answer, but examiner expect this answer only in 3 significant figures. Okay, expect ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ 3 significant figure ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಲೈಕ್ you have to remove this 5. ಸೊ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದ ಹಾಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ತೆಗಿಯಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ರಿಮೂವ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್? ಹಾಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದು ಬಿಡ್ಬೋದಾ? 1.235, no, I'll write it as 1.23 ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರೀತೇನೆ? ನೋ, there are certain rules. ನಿಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದ ಹಾಗೆ cannot remove any number. Okay, but there are certain rules to remove the numbers. So that is known as rounding off. So in this rounding off, there are 3 rules. The first one, if the rightmost digit to be removed or to be dropped is more than 5, the preceding number is increased by 1. So usually you are dropping the rightmost digit. Okay, rightmost digit means the last number in your right side. See, here 1.386, one experimental result is given to you, number kottidare, that is 1.386. So we expect your result in only 3 significant figures. Nange 3 significant figure beku. In this, idalli eshide? How many? There are 4 significant figures. 4 significant figure ide. So now we have to round off this. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಬರೆದು ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಾ? Is it 1.38? ಹೀಗೆ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಸರಿ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? No. It's not equal to 1.38. There are certain rule. ಏನದು? If the rightmost digit to be removed, that is 6, if the rightmost digit is to be removed or dropped is more than 5, ಇದು 5ಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, the preceding number is increased by 1. ಅದರ preceding number ಯಾವುದು? 8. ಅದನ್ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? You increase it by 1. You write it as 1.39. Understood? See, one more example, 2.349. So for 2 significant figures, I'll write it as 2.35. Okay, this is the rule number 1. Next, rule number 2. If the rightmost digit to be removed is less than 5, so ನೀವು ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ನಂಬರ್ ಏನದು 5ಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದ್ರೆ, the preceding number is not changed. No need to change the preceding number. See, 4.334 has, okay, is rounded off to 4.33. Why? This is the rightmost digit to be dropped or removed which is less than 5, so its preceding number, which is the preceding number? 3 is your preceding number, so it is not changed, it's written like 4.33 only. One more example, 2.334. So it is equal to what? 2.33, because this 4 is the rightmost digit. This is less than 5, so its preceding number is not changed again. Understood? Yes. The last one, if the rightmost digit to be removed is 5, if it is exactly equal to 5, if it is even, okay, but it is preceding number, then the preceding number is not changed if it is even number. Okay, if the digit to be dropped or removed is 5, then the preceding number is not changed if it is even number, but increased by 1 if it is odd. Look into this. 6.35. Round it off to two significant figures. So ಎರಡು significant figures ಗೆ round ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ? So this is 5. It's okay. So you have to drop this. Remove ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದರ preceding number ಏನು? Odd even. 3 is an even number. Sorry, odd number. 3 ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು odd number. So ಏನು ಮಾಡಿ? So you have to increase this by 1. So you write it as 6.4. Next, 6.25. Here, digit to be dropped is exactly equal to 5. Its preceding number is even number. So 2 is even number. So you make it 6.2. Okay, one more example. Here I will write 3.225. One more is 3.235. Here, if you want to round it off to three significant figures, I can write it as 3.22. ಇದನ್ನು 3.22 ಅಂತ ಬರೀತೇನೆ. ಇದನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಬರೀತೀರಿ? So this is 3.24 ಅಂತ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ? Here rightmost digit to be dropped is exactly equal to 5. Here the preceding number is even, so it is not changed. Here 3.235. Digit to be dropped is exactly equal to 5, but its preceding number is 3, so it is increased by 1 and I have written it as 3.24. Thank you.